Hey, what's up? Welcome back.
Howdy.
That's Jacob.
That's Henry.
We are TECHNOPOVERTY, where we use books as an excuse to play games, games as an excuse to read books. We're kicking off this year with Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower while playing Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding 2 on the beach. If you joined us before, we were talking about Nevil Shute's On the Beach, the 1957 novel. Parable of the Sower is from 1993, and there's some cool shit to it. Actually, I'm realizing now, chat, I'm going to be very honest with you. I took a shot of bourbon for the show.
You did.
Yeah,
I saw it.
I'm surprised, I guess through a certain context of not eating enough, not hydrating enough today, it's hitting me more than usual. This is bourbon I have had a shot of before, and it didn't make me this warbly. So that's what we're experiencing today. I forgot I was going to open on reading excerpts from Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower. Yeah. Jacob, this book was written in 1993. It starts in 2024, so it's imagining the future of 2024 from 1993. 2024 and 2025, I might say.
Okay, cool. So
right. You know, as somebody writing in 1993, let's see what Octavia Butler had to really say as far as, like, did she get it down? Did she get it accurate? Octavia Butler, I think it's really cool. She was the recipient of the MacArthur Fellowship. So she was a very big-brained person, recognized as a big-brained person and awarded as such. Another MacArthur Fellow we've talked about a bit before is David Foster Wallace. Yeah. Octavia Butler wrote science fiction, speculative fiction. I've had several of her books recommended to me. I've never actually gotten into her until I started reading Parable of the Sower. Right off the bat, I'm really digging it. I'm just going to read a few key passages, and then we're going to get back to building the roads to Death Stranding 2. Jacob, what are you preparing there?
Yeah, I think. How do you feel about a red tea?
I'm so down with the red tea.
I think we'll do some ultraviolet.
Yeah. So Jacob, I'm going to read some passages without like explaining to you what's going on in the book or anything at all first, just so you can kind of soak in what her general vibe is.
Okay.
And then as I'm playing Death Stranding, I'll talk about. I've read the first 5 chapters. For those of you keeping up at home, we are about 50 pages into Parable of the Sower, the first part. It seems pretty well paced in that sense. I feel like I could have read more today, but I wanted to stop because I had read a very complete kind of first act of the book, if that makes sense.
Gotcha, yeah. It felt like a natural stopping point.
Yeah, I was like, this is a good stopping point. I have some editing to tend to. I have some napping to do. I apparently did not eat enough or hydrate up enough to prepare for the one shot I took before the show.
We'll hydrate you with some
Wow, I got one-shotted by a one-shot. All right.
I mean, pretty incredible, too. I mean, and we got to remember the name of that alcohol can.
Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. It was a bourbon gifted to me on Christmas, by the way, which is, I had some on Christmas, and it definitely didn't hit me like this, because I took 3 or 4 shots on Christmas, and I felt fine. The cost of water has gone up again, and I heard on the news today that more water peddlers are being killed. Peddlers sell water to squatters and the street poor, and to people who've managed to hold on to their homes but not pay their utility bills. Peddlers are being found with their throats cut and their money and their hand trucks stolen. Actually, I'm going to turn down the Death Stranding while I do this. Dad says water now costs several times as much as gasoline, but except for arsonists and the rich, most people have given up buying gasoline. No one I know uses gas-powered cars, trucks, or cycles. Vehicles like that are rusting in driveways and being cannibalized for metal and plastic. It's a lot harder to give up water. Fashion helps. You're supposed to be dirty now. If you're clean, you make a target of yourself. People think you're showing off, trying to be better than they are. Among the younger kids, being clean's a great way to start a fight. Corey won't let us stay dirty here in the neighborhood, but we all have filthy clothes to wear outside the walls. Even inside, my brothers throw dirt on themselves as soon as they get away from the house. It's better than getting beaten up all the time. Wild. There's one more bit I want to read.
Okay.
I actually noted it in the Discord.
Nice. Just gonna read.
Oh man, I haven't gotten into bourbon like I have some other beverages. I'm sure it can be fantastic. I just haven't investigated it. Yeah, I don't do alcohol much, so I'm honestly in a nice cruising or comfort zone as far as like, we're gonna get into the game and I'm gonna roll with it pretty slippery like. We'll see if we have to shoot stuff. We'll see how precise I actually am. It's gonna be fun.
Feeling cozy.
Yeah, don't drink and drive though, gang.
Yeah. But do drink and drive inside of video games. That's fun.
I have page 34 in my notes. The Mosses don't come to church. Richard Moss has put together his own religion, a combination of the Old Testament and historical West African practices. He claims that God wants men to be patriarchs, rulers and protectors of women, and fathers of as many children as possible. He's an engineer for one of the big commercial water companies, so he can afford to pick up beautiful young homeless women and live with them in polygamous relationships. He could pick up 20 women like that if he could afford to feed them. I hear there's a lot of that kind of thing going on in the neighborhoods. Some middle-class men prove they're men by having a lot of wives in temporary or permanent relationships. Some upper-class men prove they're men by having one wife and a lot of beautiful, disposable, young servant girls. Nasty. When the girls get pregnant, if their rich employers won't protect them, the employers' wives throw them out to starve. Is that the way it's going to be, I wonder? Is that the future large numbers of people stuck in either President-elect Donner's version of slavery? Is that the future large numbers of people stuck in either President-elect Donner's version of slavery or Richard Moss's? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the volume on the game back up, although let me turn it down a bit more. But Jacob, what did you gather from those two things I was reading?
Man, pretty damn accurate, honestly. And honestly, while thinking of like the girlfriends thing, I was like, I feel like that's been around for as long as we've had monetary value to some degree.
The sexual slavery, the economics of that.
Yeah, that whole system, very interesting. Also, like the pricing of water is interesting because like we're not quite there, but like we're obviously headed that direction.
Right. So as I said, this book was written in 1993. It is imagining the world of 2024. That water scarcity is part of it. Oh, how do I enter this? Let's enter this facility.
Exactly. Oh man, simulate your irresponsibility responsibly. It's a great way. Do you want to do the drunk driving while in virtual spaces? It's a great time. You ever use those beer goggles in high school to like try to drive a car?
No, but I remember there's this like at this like museum there was like a kids science museum, so there was a lot of interactive parts to it. There was a driving game that simulated like if you're drunk this is how it feels, so the controls would get like more and more warbly. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, what's going on in the game is what I'm focusing on for the moment.
Oh jeez.
It's all right. They don't mean us any. You must be Sam. Thank you. Couldn't have been easy getting here. Folks call me the doctor. My sisters and I don't normally allow men inside. For patients, we make an exception.
Damn, this is good motion
Suffered
capture.
greatly for this child's sake. Haven't you? May I, Sam?
Grab water bowl real fast. Apology.
Oh, these. They're chiral hands.
Whoa.
What is she doing?
She has chiral hands.
What the fuck?
So your baby's passed away.
Deborah Wilson, you can't do that.
Speaking of BBs, you may notice Barney's not with us at the moment. She is taking a bath.
Yeah, she's getting a little medicine bath right now.
I can remove a baby from a still mother's womb without resorting to invasive surgery.
She has like,
Damn.
yeah, chiral hands.
With minimal distress to the fetus.
Without using any tools whatsoever? So you're
Dog, that's crazy.
a psychic surgeon then?
A psychic surgeon.
A psychic midwife. Yeah.
Dude, hell yeah.
When I was with Bridges, I used these techniques to remove babies from their mothers.
Fucked up.
You may be suffering from persistent climax pregnancy.
Is that why you called me? Tell me I got issues?
Sam, we're the motherhood.
The what now?
This shelter is a safe space for mothers.
Women and children would come here seeking peace. They also came because I could examine still babies. I'd move the fetus to a pod and perform what I would call a transposed screening.
I guess that's why they call you doctor.
Oh man, well, I imagine when I'm doing it right now.
Pretty
You're
wild.
saying your technique allows you to treat still baby syndrome?
A BB pod is functionally no different than an incubator. And I was eager to bring our unborn children into the world. So, I thought I would give this little one a chance. Still, baby, no. I was convinced I could bring a fetus to term outside the womb. So
Prototype.
I placed him in the pod.
Damn.
And a moment later,
Here's some tea.
his heart started beating. And then, after 3 minutes, it stopped. I tried as quickly as I could to get him back in the womb, but it was too late. The still baby was no longer viable. I'm sorry, Caesar. Over time,
Like, what is it that sells me on these faces
tried to
more
refine
than other
the
3D
pod tech
things?
to find a way to help women and their children. But treatment and life extension are impossible.
Yeah, I don't know, because
All I
hers
can
is
do is
great.
look. Even so, word got around and mothers in need of support started coming here. But unfortunately, not long after, men came knocking too. Men who wanted women. What could I do? I was only a doctor who delivered babies. And nothing more. Luckily, I had strong women around me. Mothers who were willing to stand up and fight for the sake of us all.
But as soon as we decided to take up arms, our man friends only got bolder.
If we don't fight back, they'll enslave us.
we can't and won't lay down our arms till our safety is guaranteed.
New guns.
Sick.
Where'd you get your hardware?
We're gonna have
Weapons
the
factory's been pumping them out non-stop. That's why all
the
the
pregnant
locals
lady
around here are toting new
faction.
toys. Got plenty more of their new releases in the armory downstairs.
Oh hell yeah.
Sam, we want you to shut down their operation and halt the spread of weapons.
Stop them, please. Please.
Prior to proceeding, we'll need to confirm the precise location of the factory.
This is just straight up Mad Max, eh? Is
Yeah,
that what we're
right.
doing tonight?
Make
Yeah.
our way back to the DHV.
I
Magellan
love this.
site.
Just every great movie he loves, like, let's put this in it.
Sam, wait.
Dang.
Yeah.
There. All finished.
Sam, this is Tarman. We've got an emergency on our hands here.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
afraid the DHV Magellan is out of action. We can't move an inch. A cursory inspection confirmed that some critical parts of the propulsion system had become clogged up with tar. Our usual decontamination methods won't cut it. We'll need a special tar dissolvent to clear out the blockage. The F2 South Distribution Centre was kind enough to source some for us. I'd like you to pick up the order on site, collect the cargo, and bring it back to the ship. Meanwhile, we'll be doing everything we can to keep ourselves from sinking further into the tar, as well as gathering information on the weapons factory. Don't let us down, Sam.
It's just called a Kodak, like in Metal Gear Solid. Alright. Okay, so they need parts. My tar submarine got clogged with tar? Yeah. Honestly, that it is a little weak, isn't it? I think so. Damn, two branches of thoughts. The Mad Max thing makes me think real quick, Peril of the Sower, which I'll get to proper eventually, does remind me in a lot of ways of Mad Max 1 in that it's like clearly society's about to collapse, but it's not fully like post-apocalyptic yet.
Yeah, it's the fringes are really starting
Which
to show.
is very close to our times. There is a climate apocalypse. Neighborhoods are walled up. There's a lot of gated communities, but not just like, you know, high-rise, like fancy apartments. Just like the regular suburbs are gated as well because there's just like homeless folk running about, drug addicts and crackheads and cranks and murderers and gangsters and all the dangers of the world. And our character is Lauren. What's Lauren's last name? Yeah, Lauren Olamina. I'll talk more about Lauren in a moment. Yeah. They said I need to go to the F2 South Distribution Center. I need to figure out first what I'm doing in the game before talking about the book. But yeah, that's the Mad Max aspect. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Begonia, because I watched Begonia this weekend, and Jacob, Begonia was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The best shot movie of 2025, folks. I think it had the best cinematography of anything from the year. Also, Begonia, one battle after another, Eddington. I'll even throw weapons in there. A lot of cinema trying to reconcile what the world looks like, or look at the ground, or look at like what is currently ugly with the now in ways that maybe the first half of this current decade we're in we weren't focusing on.
Okay.
we're kind of yearning to see stories of the real again, and I think that's starting to seep back into the culture, and it's going to be a continuing trend throughout the rest of the decade. But Begonia came to mind not just because all those ladies are blind, but something I really liked about Begonia's cinematography, Jacob, is it complements the story about how fragmented, alienated, and isolated people are. Like, there's a running theme with, like, the bees, like, Save the Bees is, like, a running conspiracy theory thing. And the image of the honeycomb and the idea of, like, cells in the beehive. And I think the cinematography in Begonia, no spoilers, works really well to just convey characters are isolated or fragmented or living without connecting to other people in really cool and interesting ways.
Oh yeah, okay. I like because
they're stuck in their cells.
It's of their own creation.
Do you know anything about it? The general idea?
No.
Have you seen
a very
the Green Planet, the original Korean movie? It's a remake of.
Oh no, I didn't know that either.
The general gist of it is these two conspiracy nuts kidnap the CEO of a pharma company they believe is responsible for the death of their mother. But it can't be that. Like, that's too emotionally vulnerable for these men to really convey. So, like, they both are like, oh, she's an alien from another planet, and this is our huge Alex Jones style conspiracy theory about all her shit.
Hell yeah. I'm like, that sounds incredible. Also, I just found the audiobook of Parable of the Sower as well as a playlist on YouTube, so I'm going to send that, as well as it seems like...
Oh yeah, throw that in the Discord.
Yeah.
That might be worth listening to during a Death Stranding grind session.
Oh, actually, yeah, because it looks like the chapters are about an hour long-ish.
Okay, cool.
And
yeah,
also,
I'm 5 chapters in. It takes place in 2024 into 2025. Lauren is the daughter of a Baptist preacher. She's the Republican. She's the daughter of a black Republican. She is black. She brings that up. She lives kind of like in a mixed race suburb that's walled off in, I think it's like north of LA somewhere vaguely, but everybody bikes around places now because oil and infrastructure is broken down. And there's just horrible amounts of people outside the walls of the suburbs who will destroy you, take advantage of you. You know, the maddening crowds of the other.
Yeah, the Wild West.
Right. They practice shooting. I found it interesting on top of, like, there being, like, roving gangs of crackheads and humans that are just, like, gone mad. Dogs. Like, the only people who keep dogs anymore are the ultra-rich, and they usually keep them to guard property or as pets and stuff. But there's a lot of feral dogs just roaming America, attacking people, and, like huge gangs of feral dogs. I've been digging around at this terminal because it's all standard orders, but I believe I have to go to the F2 Research Center, which isn't here. I should hop in my vehicle and start moving. Oh, but so Lauren lives with her father and she's 15, I believe. Her mother is Latina. I forget if they get any more specific than that. Father remarried. Her first mother was a drug addict to a fictional drug within the universe of the game. I mean, book. And because her mother did these drugs while Lauren was in her belly,
and
she develops this, like, hypersensitivity. She's an empath, but not like in the Star Trek way, or, you know, the burner lady you you endure way. It's not so much she can like. It's not so much she can, like, articulately understand and, like, help, like, therapy talk you through whatever. Okay, right. I came all the way up here. Okay, I need to get all the way. Okay. Before I continue talking about the book, I just need to remember. Okay, so I need to get down here. That's the main story plot. What is up, Sleepy Zane?
How you doing?
Basically, she could feel when somebody's sad. She feels that too. It's kind of like she has to shoot a dog when her friends and her get attacked by a pack of feral dogs, and, like, when it dies, she, like, feels that it kind of hurts. So it's not so much she even has like empathy in the sense like, oh, we should never do that again. It's just like, no, when you do that, it just kind of hurt. It's a sting. Like, do I want to take that cost again, sort of thing. I'm curious how this is going to unfold because basically, the beginning of the book, she befriends a neighborhood girl named Amy who's like 6. Amy is the product of an uncle sexually assaulting a niece. And, you know, you're walled into the suburbs, but you're still in the suburbs. All the blue velvet shit's still going on. And global warming's, like, really, really eating shit up. Just everything. It's a pretty accurate portrayal of 2025, I'd say.
Yeah, unfortunately.
There's a presidential candidate that wants to make America great again. All right, so since I have to get down to the F2 Research Center, I'm gonna have to load shit up in the car, get on the road. So let's take this job.
Also, in the Discord, I posted a video Democracy Now! Did about Octavia Butler.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looked really
yeah,
good, so
I know
let's
she
throw that
has
in there.
Parable of the Sower. Based on how quickly I breezed through the first 50 pages, I expect to go through this rate for a healthy amount of the book. We're probably going to do Parable of the Talents, which is the sequel. It's kind of a 2-part thing.
Okay, hell yeah. Man, yeah, I'll have to look. Road to creation.
Actually, let's undo that. Let's undo that. Let's undo that. Let's remove all markers.
Yeah, what's the landscape looking like? What are we dealing with here? What's
But
the
basically, Amy, this small child, product of abuse, Lauren's kind of like the only person that has sympathy for her in the neighborhood, because like the mother of the child hates the child because of what she represents and reminds her of and all that.
Yeah. You can't escape that thought.
But like the kid clearly has like a brain and is like learning to read before they find the child dead. She was playing too close to like the gate around the gated community, and like a bullet ricochets and like gets her.
Fuck.
Yeah. But because of that, it's kind of the inciting incident that when I last left off the book, Lauren was with her friend Joe, just talking about like, we gotta fucking do something. So she's going to, from what I gather, maybe discover a new political ideology or philosophy, because one thing that she's wrestling with during these opening pages is that she doesn't believe in her father's God, but she's very interested in the concept of God, and she has some running ideas on like what God is and isn't based on like all the cruel shit she has to endure. And like all this stuff she's told she has to endure, where she's like, I don't know if we need to like wait around. Like we should probably do something here. So it seems like she's going to start taking a more proactive, like politically participatory, like ethos as far as getting out of this shitty gated suburb goes. We'll see where things go.
Love the sound of it though.
Yeah, of note, one thing she does find kind of cool or wishes. She likes space travel. There's an astronaut that dies early on that everybody sees on the news, and the space program is being shut down, and she's kind of sad about that because like one hope she has about the future is like if we found other planets to kind of
just explore
and you know keep things going.
Yep. Add hope to human race outside of just like this rock.
Yeah. So I'm very curious where that's all going.
Yeah. Octavia Butler.
But also, it is a very, very brutal landscape, and I'm very, very scared for these children. I was honestly surprised how, oh no, look, the tar submarine is stuck in tar. Curious.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense too. I mean, submarines get stuck in the water too.
Yeah. Let us go.
Gotta do that damn maintenance. Every time you do it up, it's just you doing a thumbs up.
Hey Sam, have you thought about using transponders? your life easier.
Oh yeah, the transporters. The thing is, I have cargo. I don't think I can use the transponder with cargo. I forgot how much land I discovered last game.
Yeah, damn.
Like, there's no roads. Let's see how we do.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Hey Sam, have you thought about voting for Death Stranding at the Game Awards?
Yeah, yeah.
Sam, we need you to connect Venezuela to the Chiral network. Oh my god.
We need raw materials from Venezuela.
So like it was drug dealing, and then it was like we need to give them the democracy, and then it was like we're taking their oil, and then we're back to drug dealing. And then I was listening to the news today because like I've been trying to get a better, I thought I didn't understand what was going on because of how blatantly it was just like, oh yeah, they're grabbing it for oil. But then I actually started reading like news. It's like Trump's just like, oh yeah, we're doing this for oil. And it's like, wait, there's no like,
There's no cover story?
like no WMDs? Like no like, I remember hearing dudes ramble about, oh, Saddam Hussein hangs women upside down when they're on their periods because that country's just so misogynist and we need to go in there and liberate the women.
Right, like back in my day, Republican presidents gave me propaganda before they started wars in South America. They're trying to throw dictators.
Like back in the day, we were still going after Latin American oil and like oh, I was bringing that up because one of the cartel, the one that's not Trinidad Aragua, the Del Sol one, is like a gang the CIA fabricated during the Bay of Pigs. Like it's the exact same shit as like. We're fucking fighting the Taliban members we gave rocket launchers 40 years ago, you know? Oh, yeah. we're knocking over the right-wing death squads that we funded fucking half a century ago.
Our gargoyles are coming back.
I don't want to say that we created, because it was a different breed of like right-wing sociopath. Like Bush Sr. wanted everybody to think he was like this little ineffectual nerd while like they were knocking over countries in South America. And like today's got like Pete Hegseth wants you to know he did it, and it's like this like no class.
Oh yeah, no, zero class. But you know what? We got our hottest boys on the job, guys.
Hegseth looks at every headshot before shipping troops out.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look, a road.
Hot or not, who gets to go on out?
Damn, are we... No, that's leaving the network.
Yeah, he needs a battery.
I have a PCC, so I should be able to just... Yeah, we're just gonna stretch our legs.
Yeah, Sleepy's in. The kayfabe is done.
Yeah, we can't even afford like the operatics. Also, just the decades of post 9/11, like Tom Clancy asked, like we got to do this with extreme discretion. If the international community were to find out, America would be
so upset.
Fucked.
Guys, Mom will be so mad if she finds out.
Don't wake Daddy.
Don't wake Operation Don't Wake Daddy, guys. We can't do it. Daddy will be really upset. And then turns out, actually, we have guns
actually,
on.
This all seems like innuendo because you want to see Sam Fisher's ass in a wetsuit, sir. Which is fine. Just be honest with yourself. Like, I think you just want to look at Solid Snake's ass, right? Yeah. Like.
Sleepy saying Operation Sneak and Beers.
Operation Hang with the Boys.
Yes. We're going down to Venezuela without the ladies.
It's a welfare program for white dudes who only wipe their ass half the time.
It's true, honestly, who've never used a washcloth in their life.
Big news for dudes who jerk off and Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Where's my PCC?
They're just gonna dismantle the vehicle, like, fuck it all.
Right?
I don't need any of this. We do love a good Operation Sneak and Beers, though. Let's be real.
Okay, Operation what?
Sneak and Beers.
Yeah.
Free.
All right, I'm just gonna,
Hell
sip
yeah.
my tea.
Yeah, look at this red tea.
Construction process now complete.
The format of the book's pretty fun too, because it's written like a diary, like it's a confessional. Very Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, I like when books are done like that.
Probably lend itself pretty well to audiobook format, just because since it's in that character's voice so consistently and constantly, and not like a third-person detached one.
Yeah.
I can see that being pretty fun. What's L-Man saying there?
When I drink after 8 sugars hit right when I want to go to sleep, it sucks. Yeah. But sugars are so great. God, I love sugar so much. It's so bad. I'm so addicted to sugar.
I honestly feel like the worst of the bourbon has passed, and I say worst is in the most floaty.
Oh yeah, like your
My reactions feel once again tight. If you notice, I'm not like dicking around in the menus as much.
yeah.
Right before the show, I burped, and that helped a lot.
Right, I'm honestly surprised at how strong that alcohol was, though.
Honestly, it's, again, I think
Yeah,
I
just like
I
the
just,
circumstance.
folks, I didn't eat dinner. I'm dehydrate maxing. You know.
Yep. Listen. This is why me and Henry talk about you gotta hydrate and stuff.
You gotta
Eat
keep
snacks, too.
hydrated. Eat your snacks. Folks, get your fiber. Get your fiber.
Also, too, right now, guys, everything's expensive. Remember, like, anyone can go to a food pantry and, like, there are things for food, so that way you can survive and things. I don't know how many people deal with
And
stuff,
if
but,
you,
like,
yeah.
I've had to
Also,
remind some
if you
people.
are fortunate, food pantries, food banks. Also,
Yes, absolutely.
I find that if you want to talk to relatives about like things you can do politically, but your relatives might be scared of anything too extreme, be it like lefty or right wing, like food pantries, if you tell them like, well, you can donate to or assist or volunteer at like a food pantry or a pet shelter, those tend to be pretty safe bets.
Yeah. Really great situation. But things are getting crazy out there. Country is going to hell in a handbasket. I mean, it's probably in there already. But now it's on fire.
It's kind of proceeding as planned, but really,
Well, absolutely. The point of the system
Yeah.
is what it does, and it is doing exactly what it was intended to do.
something to remember of Venezuela is we've been really wanting to poke at Maduro for a moment. Like the Biden admin was doing that thing with USAID where they'd offer aid, but it'd have a lot of weird,
Contingencies. Or,
a lot of strings attached. So Maduro would say no, and then the Americans would be able to turn around and be all like, look, he's starving his people, he's denying them aid. I do understand the Communist Party of Venezuela does have its own critiques of Maduro.
Yeah, absolutely. Just saying.
Damn, I hit that mine. The Death Stranding is beginning. Everybody's going mad in their own personal way.
It's true.
You know what? I'm going to throw Mad Max 1 onto the watch list. We're doing that as part of the program. Not immediately.
That's a good call, yeah.
I think next up we might do on the Silver Globe or Ghost in the Shell. I've also been watching the Spectacular Spider-Man on the Discord in the background, just at various times throughout the day. Pleasantly surprised by it.
Yeah, I was dipping in a couple times. I was really liking it. I was liking the voice acting a lot, too.
Yeah, the writing and the voice acting is pretty sharp.
Also, it has that one dude who's been around since we were kids. Like,
Josh Keaton, I believe, is the Peter
that
Parker.
really deep, gravelly voice.
It has Keith David doing Tombstone, which I really like, because Tombstone's an overlooked villain.
Yeah, dude, I love Keith David. He needs to be in more things before he goes.
I love Spider-Man, and I don't know, I'm going to have to play the Insomniac games, or hell, maybe if I do some sort of articulate essay type deal, it would be on Spider-Man for the channel. But there's just a lot of thoughts, and it's the thing that I feel about it too is like there's a lot of hobbies I have. I mean, like Hideo Kojima, like Death Stranding, like philosophy, like reading, where I'll look up the subject, and there's plenty of other stuff on YouTube out there to the point where I'm like, cool, I can get lost in it, or like there's a dialogue going on I find interesting.
Yeah.
The thing with Spider-Man is like there's a lot of like nostalgists out there who talk about like their favorite movies. There's one YouTuber, and I post this stuff on the Discord plenty. I forget if it's Finn Pseudo. I forget exactly how to pronounce it, but he does some pretty good like breakdowns of why like the original comics are interesting. But there's so much stuff about that character that I think is worth exploring still and underexplored. So that may actually drive me to.
Interesting. Yeah, like you might an actual spot that it's like not a lot of people are discussing.
Because so much of like the nugget of Spider-Man's functionality since Inception has been like being forced to work under. Like he's a working class hero, and that's not like explicitly like a socialist lefty thing, but it has led to like a lot of interesting play in the history of like how working class America sees itself and what Spider-Man tries to channel in that.
Gotcha.
Also, like every Spider-Man villain is like an on-the-job. Like, and capitalism's the big recurring villain of Spider-Man. Like,
Nice.
every villain, it's like an on-the-job hazard, or they do the thing because they need to get ahead. They need to get some pay.
Nice. Yeah, it's always capitalism driving like the destruction of whatever.
Yeah, it's that power. It's that power and responsibility thing too. Like Norman Osborn wants all the power and none of the responsibility. He'll do whatever shitty corporate shit. Dr. Octopus wants all the responsibility, even though it's like the power is questionable. This is why I like Kraven the Hunter, because he's basically a reality TV show star where like Spider-Man learned to be responsible with his power. Kraven does it to like play up this persona.
What's that money?
But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff about like performing and playing and like work-life balance that you can read out of Spider-Man going way back to the 60s. Because the thing is, like, comic books in general and superhero comics are about, like, hey, there's social injustices that the law aren't taking care of. Here are exceptional individuals stepping up to address those things. Like, not just Spider-Man. Like, by their very nature, comic books are political, and they're also for 8-year-olds. So, like, the way I'm talking about not movies, not cartoon adaptations, the way comic books, the month-by-month kind of ripped from the headlines like, hey, what's going on in the world? How do we make sense of it in these parables that we can also sell to children? The synthesis of what that does as far as like documenting and reflecting history is very interesting over the decades.
Man, right?
Yeah.
I kind of think. I think I can think similar to that is more of like looking back at like old South Park episodes. With week to week.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
it's
can really understand,
it's
like,
not just like it's not just like oh the plot and stuff of the show itself. It's like well what were they referencing and riffing on that week and why were they doing it that way and why was this episode such a banger or considered so groundbreaking or so weird for the time? Like yeah. Again, the whole aura thing, the distance thing, when we were talking about like what we don't like about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, it's like it doesn't have any of that. You're just supposed to be like in isolation. It's just oh, this is just a pretty respectable thing that you like. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apologies for making your come visit so late. Be careful out there, okay?
It's also just a cultural result of like cinema sin's brain and like not wanting politics and things and like thinking you can detach the two.
Like you like life is political. If
I
our
want the
lives are run by
perfectly
politics,
stale
like,
product.
oh my God, it's just so dumb. Dudes, like non-political art is like ceramics.
Right.
Like if you like, if you really want to.
Well, no, because like even ceramics
that,
would have like there. Yeah, I was gonna say there's like those old Greek vases with like gay sex happening on them. Like
oh,
you know.
totally. But like this world, well, where do you want to go? It's like go find like whatever you find, like bland art. I don't even know. What is this?
I mean that too, Sleepy Lane. Yeah.
It's absolutely political.
What culture painted on it? Where yeah. What up, AR Berlin? Are
Berlin.
they full of swastikas or manji? Like, is it Buddhist or is it fascist?
Welcome to the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, not swastikas. It's the whatever the original was. I always forget the name of the Buddhist symbol.
Oh, my phone just died.
Okay.
The manji. I think it's called the manji. It may be the kanji. I forget if it's an M or a K.
Yeah, that sounds right. I just remember seeing that when
I
was
remember it
in
because
New
the
Orleans.
Zelda, when we played The Legend of Zelda, I pointed this out, but there's like, I think it's the third dungeon in the original Legend of Zelda is just a swastika.
Damn, you know?
But it's like, okay, so the manji is square, a swastika is diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swastika's always the diamond piece, whatever. But it's so funny. It's always funny how many people try to spray paint swastikas. You just see how many people just don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Jacob, they're fucking idiots.
I mean, absolutely,
Yeah.
but it's so funny how stupid they are.
I just have to rerun everything I did. Got it. If it's light enough, maybe I should just take a cycle.
Oh, hell yeah, cycled up. Just fucking pop.
Oh no, I need
whole
the truck
time.
for this stuff. This tar dissolvent.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Look at that sick ass truck.
But yeah, I also think there's just something interesting again to like the MCU Disneyfication of superheroes and the whole what I've run about before with the whole like there's not really like alter egos or like hidden identities in the Disney version of superhero movies.
No, it's literally just like they're just police.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
they're
and
cops.
to me it's also like they're gig workers and they're always on the job. Like there's no work-life balance. And I bring that up because again, talking about Spider-Man as a working class hero in the pages of the books, that's a big part of it. Like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, the way those movies treat like the high school stuff, it's so lazily and cynically shot that it's like, well, why would you even want to be like a normal person in this world? Why would you want to have like a life or relationship with like these sarcastic, awful people?
Yeah. What about this is what you
What
want?
about this is a film? Like, and that's the thing, like about Spider-Man, which I like about the Spectacular cartoon, and something I don't see in the Disney movies in general with their superheroes is like, you know, Spider-Man wants to have a normal life. That's always the tension. Responsibility is always like, oh, you have to go fight the bad guys, even though like your friends are doing cool shit and like the hot chicks are hitting on you.
Yeah.
And like this prestigious job offers in your face, but like the fucking, you know, Electro's like fucking shit up over there, and you're the only person who can stop him.
You know, sorry, bud. Yeah. Sleepy Zane's asking, are they going to go back to him being more of a street level hero in Spider-Man 4?
I just don't trust.
idea.
I don't trust the Disney assembly line, like school of movie making, to like do anything interesting with a Marvel hero at this point. Honestly,
Right, they already killed off Mysterio, who's like a really cool fucking villain.
Jake Gyllenhaal Mysterio.
Yeah. I was like, you got one of the coolest villains I've been waiting for, and they're like, all right, here he is, and now he's gone. I was like, why would you waste that? It's so cool. There's so many awesome things you could do with this person. Spider-Man. See, it's Spider-Man.
Robert Downey Jr. is returning as Spider-Man. See, I think you could still make him a baby Tony Stark. Like, people always point that out with the Holland Spidey as like the bad part, but like, the original Spider-Man tries out for the Fantastic Four. That's literally issue 1 of The Amazing Spider-Man. He goes to the Fantastic Four, is like, hey, I need money, give me a job.
That's great.
You can do the same thing with it. His Tony Stark relationship is in the same vein. It's more the aforementioned, like, he doesn't really seem to have, like, a school. He wants to be the superhero and he wants to be an Avenger so much that, like, it's not just that the character doesn't ignore his regular like normie life aspects. It's that the movies don't care about them either. You get very like bland, cookie cutter senses of like drama and danger because the regular world in a Disney like superhero movie does not exist or seem worth like going for because you want to be one of the exceptional individuals on like the Avengers team more than like savor a moment on the street.
Yeah. Also, you want that big paycheck. Want that payday. It's like, where's all my living Queens?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Queens is next time.
See, and one of the big contributors to early Spider-Man was when John Romita Jr. came on, and he came over from doing romance comics. So like he was able to make all those characters real attractive looking while all the romance love drama stuff was going on. That's the other thing too, is like Spider-Man is melodrama, and like other superhero comics are this too. I think this is before anime took over. Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting because like Batman the Animated Series, when it came out, like we were kids, Jacob, and it was like, oh, cartoons are big and serious, and it was like the first kind of like big translation of like more serious ideas that like were kind of in comics since the 70s.
Yeah.
But like in the 70s, cartoons sucked. In the 80s, cartoons were still very flat and for kids, but like comic books were still somewhat like mature and interesting and like,
yeah, like tackling
not necessarily
subjects.
edgy, but yeah, tackling subjects. Like the original Falcon and Winter Soldier, the Falcon and Captain America run, like was just Captain America and the Falcon like fighting solving inner city problems during like the crack epidemic. Like that was the whole like social focus of it. Like you can find old Captain America panels where he's like explicitly anti-Vietnam and talking about like how this America sucks and isn't what he came back for, in the same way like, yeah.
Yeah.
I spoke with Rainey earlier.
Yeah, Sleepy Zane.
Tomorrow's making excellent
I agree with that on Superman.
Before we left to see the mother.
Here's my take on Superman 2025 Sleepy Zane. It's alright if you don't think about it too much, and I hate that people insist on overthinking about it. The whole need for it to be political because it's a replacement for any actual political action in a neoliberal like landscape is just too annoying to me. Like you could argue all day over like how intentional the Israel-Palestine imagery is. If you're gonna press that hard on interpreting that specific part of the movie, though, you have to interpret the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
and
just as
it
hard.
is a movie in which there's like a disposable immigrant business owner who's like, "It's cool, Superman, I can die for you," and like. There's still like a sense of like, oh, there's still good guys within the American government who disagree with Lex Luthor, and it's just a matter of weeding out those bad apples.
Oh, we have a wet puppy dog. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Barney's here.
It's still ultimately an America needs to be the world hegemon, just the right person needs to pilot the death robot sort of thing.
Yes, yes. Listen, we just need the Beastie Boys to pilot the death.
Right.
We're gonna be fine.
Yes, hi. Look at you, you're so wet.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're so wet. Put you on inside of this shirt. Yeah.
Wow, made it just in time.
Sick. Well, I mean, you always got to have American exceptionalism. At the end of the day, it's always propaganda.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey, okay.
none of that. None of that now.
Thanks for the help, Sam.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that.
Apologies. for
I'm not-
bringing
I-
the chiral grant.
See, you mentioned Mysterio, and like honestly, Mysterio has one of my favorite like Spider-Man like underrated stories.
Oh, yeah.
Let me check this out.
Cool shit. Such an interesting character.
Yeah. The whole Master of Illusions thing really comes full circle around. It's like in the 190s.
Cargo
It's the thing I'd make an essay about if I were to make a Spider-Man essay, because like Mysterio is basically hiding out in an old folks home and he's pretending to run an old folks home is the whole gist of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's not even trying to troll Spider-Man. Spider-Man has no idea this is going on. It's honestly one of those things that, like, because of some other shit's going on that Spider-Man's involved with, like, it stumbles into this. Like,
I love shit like that.
Like Mysterio was literally like, yo man, I didn't even want to be a supervillain or anything. I got out of it because this was an easier grift to steal from old people than like street level crime.
Hell yeah.
But no, it's because he's doing that, and because he does that, the story's so much about how like it's not about like bad apples and individuals. It's like the structure incentivizes the worst people to come take advantage of it. Like it's that. And I think that works really well, particularly because Insomniac Spider-Man, the first PlayStation game, it has Mr. Negative in charge of the homeless shelter, but it completely botches it in a way that's like a great contrast to see, like, again, because like there's a structural critique going on in this Mysterio, this goofy ass Mysterio story from like the 100. It's like issue 193 through 195 or some shit like that. It's right before the 200th anniversary special, is why I remember it so vividly. But like, it's such a goofy but like pointed story about how like structures can fail the elderly, in a way where the Mr. Negative story is about how like, oh, structures are good, it's just that Mr. Negatives has a bad guy in him, and it's a very stupid like neoliberal like rewriting of the Spider-Man ethos. And like, I think for that reason it'd be very interesting to play the Insomniac Spider-Man game, because there's a lot of passive voice just like helplessness going on to that game's story and characterization of its characters. Like, not just Spider-Man, the whole world it paints is very passive and kind of like, it's almost like a tomb. It's weird.
Interesting. Yeah. Like, I'm about it.
But it is such a like a prestigious presentation of the material that like it works its magic trick on general audiences. Like the issues of Spider-Man I'm thinking of came out like mid-70s. Like, it's not like I definitely don't go like, oh, people should fucking know about this obscure Mysterio, because it's also like it's also just like a 3-issue run in the general Amazing Spider-Man serial. It's not even like there's stories like Kraven's Last Hunt and others that have been like collected because they're so notable. It's not one of those. It's just like
it's a slice. It's like a B-side.
Yeah.
Like, listen, some real cool heads are gonna know that.
Again, it's not even Mysterio being like, oh, you fall into my like hologram carnival. He's just like, hey man, I was fucking having a good gig going here till you brought Spider-Man on my business, and this sucks now.
God, that's so great. Man, that's kind of funny, because you said that was, what, around the 70s that was happening?
Yeah.
Wasn't that also around the same time that,
It's very
George Romero
it's very
did
like
the-
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest inspired or influenced, it feels almost.
what was that John Romero horror movie about the old man at the amusement park?
The amusement park,
Yeah, like, was that?
And that was very
about 70s, right?
That was like a late 60s, early 70s elder abuse PSA.
I'm really interested as to like why that topic was.
Yeah, the posthumous one. Like, he made it and it didn't get released till way later.
Yeah, it was really good. It was on Shudder. We kind of, whenever they did that.
No, yeah, it fucking fucks.
It was fucking fascinating. Like, it really, really was fascinating. Like,
Sleepy Zane, have you seen The Crazies, the original one? I think it has one of the funniest endings in cinema.
great movie.
Okay. Do you know the ending? It's actually very fitting to Venezuela and a whole lot of what we're thinking about talking about right now with all this other shit. But it's such a good spoiler. I kind of don't want to ruin it, since I wasn't planning about talking about the Crazies tonight. It is.
We should do a Crazies.
I mean, I think if a good spoiler won't. I think a spoiler shouldn't ruin a story. Like, if you know the end of the story, like, that shouldn't necessarily fuck it over. But I do think the Crazies is worth just kind of stumbling into and being like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
gonna be little Barney.
Now that I think about it, like the ending of The Crazies reminds me of the ending of Burn After Reading.
Yeah. That's right. Tarman ran a compressed air cannon in the engine.
Nice.
It's great.
Right, a bunch of Drano. I need to do that to my shower.
Right. Man, we'll have to call. We gotta call maintenance sometime soon. We've been having issues with these fucking pipes.
I have a drawer, a bathroom drawer. I need to put a repair request in on as well.
Oh yeah. Do that shit. What are all these like little markings on that wall?
Actually, I don't know what that is. Can I zoom?
Oh.
Oh, I can. Wait.
Damn it, Sam, move your gorgeous head. Oh, something together. Both stick and rope to protect and connect together for tomorrow. I'm like, are those like the babies? How
Yeah, I was
life
like, are
we've
those people
had?
I've killed?
Yeah, like what's that number?
Like the stars on Sam's uniform? I don't think it's Spartari, it's the number. Oh, number of locations I've connected. Oh, okay.
Oh, cool,
okay.
nice. All right.
That's actually very useful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, Sleepy Zane. So I'm like, first I'm like, is that how many bodies we've found on Mount Everest? Or like, what are we? It's the only thing I can think of was seeing those like specific sleeping bags.
That's something depressing. So I really didn't nail in how depressing the world of Parable of the Sower is. I'm like, this book is delightful and electrifying in how depressing and energizing it is, and recognizing how awful things are. But yeah, like they're on a hunting trip in a canyon, and like her dad stops her and was like, turn around. It's like there's just bodies. There's just like babies being eaten by dogs and stuff like that all over the place. There's a lot of rapists around.
Ooh, no, not the great.
I was honestly surprised by how much of that kind of violence was just mentioned so casually within the first 50 pages.
Yeah.
Not shocked, like I wasn't grossed out. I was just like, oh wow, it's happening again.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just like, okay, they're setting this up.
This next order calls for you to infiltrate a weapons factory and disable the weapon fabricators you find.
It has to be connected, Sleepy Zane, because I don't think I've 5-starred anywhere.
Although it's outside the chiral network, they have fabricators capable of producing advanced weaponry. We don't know what kind of security they have on site, so make sure you're prepared to face anything and everything. There's also a vital piece of equipment you'll need to take with you. We'll get it ready once you've finalized your route.
Okay. I have been drunk driving this route. Let's actually plan for some shit.
All right, let's see what we got. Let's see some topography, you know? What we got? What crevices we got around
Well,
this
getting
place?
out there is not going to be too bad.
What we got around here?
I just make sure I load out with some actual weaponry, because I haven't been minding my cargo really.
That's fair.
Okay. Oh, guys. So from here.
Someone is sleeping, and I'm going to put the microphone close to them sleeping. And that it's been your Barney breathing moment. It's a great way to meditate, just listening to Barney breathe for a second.
Yeah. Okay, I keep going over this shit, and it's always super steep, but...
She had a big old bath today, and now she's nice and clean, and now she's in her favorite place, my laundry.
The ring terminal expansion device is designed to support the ring terminal's hacking capabilities. The factory where the weapon fabricators are located is outside the bounds of the chiral network.
Oh, shit.
And APAS has determined that you won't be able to hack into them with your ring terminal alone. possession, all you need to do is access the fabricator terminal. It'll be hacked and rendered inoperable before you know it.
Some more tea
Once the terminal is out of action, they'll have no way of getting the fabricators up and running. And they'll likely conclude it's not worth the hassle to try and make weapons here again. Hacking the weapon fabricator terminal will also simultaneously extract any data stored in its drive. So be sure to bring the expansion device back to the Magellan once the fabricators are disabled. You'll need to submit it to the ship's delivery terminal to complete the order. We'll conduct a full analysis of the data you bring us. Oh, and a word of warning. This device contains unique components that can't be reproduced with a chiral printer. So whatever you do, don't break it. Get the job done, Sam.
All right, I'll keep that on Sam. I'll keep some blood bags. Sniper. I got combat boots. I got combat gloves level 2. Yeah, we have a bola gun. Guess I'll try out the lightweight assault rifle. I got 2 shots. I'm pretty stocked on stuff. You know what? We haven't done much with like the holo grenades.
Oh yeah, nothing.
Let's fuck with those this mission.
Yeah, so we can do
And get a battle skeleton as well. No, I won't. No, I won't. Too much.
We gotta be ready for anything, Henry. Anything and everything.
I'll see, yeah. We'll see. Yeah, let's manage Fisher's car. It's Fisher. I kept Sam Fisher on the mind because of Venezuela. My bad, folks. Maybe we should play Splinter Cell.
Man, Chaos Theory, hell yeah.
You can be offloaded. Put on combat gloves. Oh no, I didn't get the combat skeleton. I still have too much on me though. Okay, there we go. Extremely inefficient, only for emergency. Flood warnings. All right. I hadn't upgraded my APS in a moment, so pardon me as I mind my grids. Let's go shoot up this place. Sam, they've detected oil. I do really wonder if at some point the American imperialism of this all is going to come into play, because again, earlier it was Mexico. They've talked about taking mothers from Mexico. Why does the corporation want Australia back on the grid? They really like these gate powers we seem to have. Hey, a dust storm's moving in. Nice, 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 nice.
Look, Sam, a hot spring. Shall we take a dip?
No, dude, we got work to do. Yeah, I don't think it's out of place at all. Wait, what?
Big storm?
What are those tentacles?
Or is that a shadow over there?
Or what is that? Yeah.
Whoa.
Is that? Oh, I think that is just the shadow on the dust. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was crazy.
I was like, is there a monster? I'm just driving straight into the dust storm is what we're doing. But definitely Sleepy Zane. I think there's an interesting conception of like authority and power in a lot of Japanese science fiction because of that. You know, the American occupation being a huge kind of background piece of Akira. I think of the Battles Without Honor, Humanity, Yakuza movies, which kind of start in the era when GI still kind of occupied and controlled a lot of the markets, and so crime networks rose in opposition to that. Technology or hardware. It seems to be more debate of whether to use the tool or not, whereas like I think in a lot of like American science fiction, it's like the tools are inherently evil or Terminator-esque.
Yeah, they all like lead to evil end.
I think of man, I'm way out the fuck. What am I doing? Bubblegum Crisis comes to mind, though. It's a cyberpunk anime from the 90s, kind of influenced Mega Man X aesthetically. But, I mean, the characters are cops. Pat Labor is the same way, where it's a very fun kind of conveyance of, like, mechs. But it's also, like, it is about cops.
Yeah. It's
Or Ghost in the Shell, which is about, you know, a military force busting terrorists and stuff. It's again about cops. Pat Labor True is interesting in this sense because I keep going like, it's about cops, it's about cops, it's about cops. And I'm not trying to be like sarcastic or cutesy or quippy about Japanese 90s cyberpunk, but it wasn't until I saw Pat Labor 2, which is about Japanese foreign affairs in the 90s, and it's making a lot of comment on international relations, that I realized in the 90s there was kind of a lot going on culturally in Japan, as well as far as like, there's a Japanese police force that it's questionable if are they a police force or a military force. Are they the cops or are they the army? And also, like, Japan's participation in the UN and the forces they send on UN peacekeeping missions and what those peacekeeping missions are really about. Yeah, the guns integrate into the self in a lot of Japanese characters as well.
That's an interesting concept.
I think about that a lot with Kamen Rider, because so the original Kamen Rider is like his brain's put in another body. Like his body's not his own. He's been hijacked by the fascists. Yeah. And so he has to use this fascist construct he's been placed in to dismantle this fascist villain.
Oh,
Yeah.
way crazier.
That's also part of like what's interesting about Tetsuo the Iron Man. That's not like, you know, explicit like stated text of the movie, but part of like the anxiety it's operating on. And also, again, Akira, body transformation. Do you control your body or does the state? I mean, to get back real quick to Lone Wolf and Cub, and also why Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, might be my favorite FromSoft game, those stories are kind of about this as well in a non-cyberpunk way. Like, the way of the samurai, who do you serve? Is your body and your sword yourself, or is it you know, your daimyos? I think Sekiro is actually really cool about like being a video game that's like hard in the sense that you have to learn a certain mastery. Is your mic on or is my mic off? One of the mics.
Mine might be off.
Okay. One of the things about Sekiro is, you know, the game gets you to a point where you're like, oh, I'm really skilled at this. And then it's like, well, like, if you're skilled at this, why are you fighting for a king or like another emperor or this child? Why not just go your own way with your own power?
Yeah. It's pretty metal.
Like, what's this animating key you're accruing? Like, what are you directing it? Who's it for? Is that a dude I should dome? What is...
What is happening?
I'm just gonna start blasting, honestly.
Yeah. Take the American approach.
Yeah.
That's a wild noise.
I'm approaching a dangerous situation, yeah.
Doubt it. Shoot him.
He doesn't seem to see me.
Right, we've done little to no research. We're probably fine. Just start blasting.
Oh, I thought there's an entrance right here. Oh well. Oh, I'm in an area that's very high temperature, noted. Dang, I thought I was gonna be able to just walk in, oh well. I don't know if I can jump in there. Oh. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I mean, even thinking about Kojima and that question of control, it's understated, but this is kind of like, that's kind of also like what the first Metal Gear Solid, well, what the Metal Gear Solid games are about. Like, that first one is Snake, like, deciding to, like, use his skill set to save Meryl. The second one is, like, him trying to teach Raiden to, like, liberate himself from, like, the system of control he's been conditioned to. The third one is Big Boss getting alienated by those systems. Etc., and so on, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
The Ghost Mechs literally have marionette strings. Yeah, relevant to this game too, I'm sure. Honestly, CB Zane, I'm trying to like do more story stuff this session because I've been a little underwhelmed by the story so far. Although, My take so far is this has been a really fun ROM hack. Mechanically, it's all the systems of the first game, but better. Story-wise, it feels kind of reach-ready. I'll take another shotgun.
Nice and easy.
Fabricators are toast. We've extracted the necessary data as well. Let's make our escape and return to the DHV Magellan. Don't forget to bring the ring terminal expansion device with you.
The thing with the story is I just haven't figured out what its priority is yet. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Higgs.
The rumble.
See, like, if not hit, yeah, maybe I'm just going through the plot too slow, which is why I'm trying to hit more story stuff tonight.
Right. It has been a lot of building roads.
It feels like a lot of like introduction. I'm like, okay, but like of these introductions, who am I following? What's going on with them? I kind of want to fight the faux Solid Snake boss in the Nirvana zone again. That was my favorite. Although this looks like it might be fun. This warehouse fight. Let's go.
Technology and personhoods.
There's no pretending.
I like that the mask changes subtly. Like.
And protect you. So let love warm you till the morning.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he has a thing too.
Dog Marilyn Manson? Oh, Troy Baker.
Troy.
Hell no.
Yeah, I figured you'd pay this place a visit, seeing as how I've been distributing the fruits of this fine family.
God, can you just like imagine having to like work underneath this guy and how sufferable this whole bit has to be all the time?
How practiced it is.
Yeah, like.
Looks like you decided to trade in that rope for a stick this morning.
Yep. They got me doing stick work. Okay.
Because like the crow, but golden.
Hey, buddy. Are you just another soulless little husk, huh?
Let go of me! Pathetic guitarist. Where's the rest of your band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think that's... Was it you, Heads? Huh? Was it you that killed Lou? You still don't know, do you?
Nah, dude. It's like what the whole game's about.
And the man.
Yeah, bro.
About everything.
Also, grossly, you can see his intestines just like worming around.
Yeah, AR-related is very Samus Aran.
Answers, you're gonna have to find them yourself. But the ones you do find, that pain you nurse will only get worse. Now I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of that fancy boat your friend brought along. So before I show up, how about I get a little taste of that endless action? Something special, just for you. Look at that rope you like so much.
Oh shit. Yeah.
This here, my guts.
His guts are
They'll go
a
tiny
techno
little
robe,
bit,
eh?
Gross.
You are a patriot, and you'll just keep coming back. Only for my boys here to keep doing their thing over and over.
His guts are an aux cable, yeah.
They'll just die and die and keep on dying for all eternity.
There!
Yeah. Really a shame you won't stay dead. But hey, locking you in a cycle of endless suffering, well, that's good too. So let's let the glorious game over loop begin.
Damn.
The fuck?
Fuck yeah, if anyone turns actual adventure the fuck out of this.
So wait, so the robots aren't his? Interesting.
Fuck yeah. That dude's massive.
Yeah.
Twice his size.
Nice.
Wait.
Yeah, Big Red. It's you and me dads, huh?
Guitar Joe. Guitar Joe. Yeah, a little bit of revengeance.
Just a dash. Oh no! Just a small dash. Ooh, damn.
Not a hand, eh? Nice.
Hell yeah. It's a fucking Black Knight.
Right?
Just a bunch of flesh wound.
It's just not me.
What is
Bro, there's way too many robots up in here.
Yeah, what is this robot faction? I thought they were all on the same side. Yeah. Not all red guys are the same.
I don't understand.
Although they're like kidnapping him, or what's up?
Have our fun another time.
Oh, what the fuck?
Am I stuck fighting a thing now? Oh boy.
That shit's crazy.
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, I have so many questions, Mr. Kojima. The ghost, okay. The ninja's just a cyborg. We just have cyborg ninja, got it.
Tight.
What on earth was that red behemoth anyway?
Okay, I did appreciate that Higgs pointed out I was killing more, because you are killing more in this game. You are becoming more of a stick than a rope after a whole game telling you how cool it would be to be a rope and not a stick.
In any event, I think it's time we left this place. Come on, Sam. Let's get going and return the ring
Cyborg
terminal expansion
Ninja.
device to the DHV Magellan.
Tea for you, sir.
Alright, let's get on the Magellan. Does the Magellan like way the fuck out? Okay, yeah, I have to get back on my vehicle. Got it. Once we get back to the Magellan, we'll probably take our break. I'm also noticing the camera battery is getting a little low.
Oh, dang. Man, that camera battery still lasts quite a while.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Go Lumix, you know?
I don't feel like it's betrayed it yet, Sleepy Zane. But I just feel like it's adding nothing new. It hasn't like undone anything. It's just more of the same is my feel. Also, yeah, I do think he's trying to be intentional with the whole like, oh, you're doing arms dealing stuff. I really also just don't feel as a story there's any real way to keep going or need to keep going with anything with Death Stranding. I guess there's like, yeah, other countries, cool, but this isn't really... It's like the Watchmen TV show HBO did, where I'm like, I don't technically hate any of this, it's just inert. Like it fits.
It's falling flat
makes
somewhere
sense.
for you.
It makes sense as like a Wikipedia entry into like the if I was to look up a timeline of what happened in the. I liked the lore the Watchmen TV show added. I didn't like the active plot of the Watchmen TV show, is how I'll put it. Who streams the stream men? And so like, I'm like, I don't really think I cared where like the story stuff was going after Death Stranding 1, but I did want more road building gameplay. And like, this is delivered on that. Like the terrain and the vehicles and the navigation stuff is all cool. And the extra firestorms and dust storms and all that, like, again, it's a ROM hack. It's really up to the dimensions of mechanical interest. Doesn't really know if it's doing anything with its story, though. Oh, you think it's worse, eh? I do think I need to get some infrastructure or something figured out. The terrain's oversimplified? See, I felt the map in Death Stranding 1 was very much guiding you in a more direct way than this map does. That Midwest section felt kind of like a very guided, like, spiral in on itself. Oh? Whoa. Okay.
It'd be so funny if someone's lying to you about that.
Sick.
Tri-finger. Finger but hole. Yeah. Like, I kind of appreciate getting the zipline felt like it hit earlier in Death Stranding 2. I feel like it's giving you a lot more resources faster, whereas Death Stranding 1 really wanted you to climb to get like the trucks, and the zip lines didn't come till way later. A very slow opening up of available technologies. This one, the map feels a bit wider, and I don't know, you're quicker to get stuff like the ramps and the teleporters and the transponders.
Yeah,
and
like quicker to get into the gameplay loop and like up into it.
Yeah. But I am at a point where I'm like, fine, I'll do the story. Let's get there.
Yep. I feel you. Same with every Grand Theft Auto game ever.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, why did I go here? I think something I was expecting from the first game that ended up not being true, and something they seem to have done away with almost entirely here, is I thought I was going to have to mind accidentally killing people more in Death Stranding 1 and in this. They seem to have given you like ghost guns super fast, like you can shoot anything with any weapon. There doesn't really seem to be any kind of discretion needed. Death Stranding 1 felt like it had a little bit of that, but even that I was surprised by. Like Death Stranding 1 had, you know, the crematory place where you took bodies to torture them in case you actually killed someone so they didn't explode. I think I had one void out happen on me earlier in this run, but I barely remember it as a thing of consequence.
I'm glad we could confirm that Higgs was involved. Though I still don't understand how he escaped the beach. The Ghost Mech forces are definitely under his control. And Higgs is determined to spread weapons to every corner of Australia. The information we retrieved from the device you brought back to us only serves to confirm this. We now know for a fact that the weapons popping up in this region can all be traced back to that factory. But that's not all we've determined. We've also learned about a new type of fabricator, one that wasn't present at the weapons factory. It's not clear where they're being used or what they're producing, but this likely means there may be another factory out there. We'll look into it.
Another weapons
Great work,
factory,
Sam. That
Shoot.
factory won't be capable of producing weapons ever again. The Motherhood should rest a little bit easier with that knowledge. Higgs remains a concern, however. It is indeed possible.
All good, Sleepy
he has
Zane.
another factory elsewhere in the continent. It seems we'll need to proceed with greater caution in the days and weeks ahead. Upgrading the Magellan may also be worth considering. As for
Yes.
you, Sam, you need only to continue expanding the network.
Don't tell me twice. Yeah, I need to build some roads in this
You should
region.
return to your private room and get some rest. You made a real difference today.
Honestly, I just shotgunned a few mechs and like I spent way more time pre-planning with like multiple guns, bola guns, trank snipers, etc. I was gonna have to do a whole assault.
She's at it again.
Oh yeah, camera bar is flashing. If we go out for a moment, gang, I'm gonna let this cutscene finish.
Wait.
Next moment I get to pause, we're gonna cut to a break. We're gonna break for a little and be back after that. That's in case the camera dies.
Let the sun shine tomorrow. It's a Japanese game to predict the weather. I learned it as a kid. This is rainy, cloudy, and sunny. A charm to ward off evil spirits. To help keep tomorrow safe. Hope it's right.
Doesn't it always rain whenever you go outside, though?
Yes. But deep down in my heart, it's really sunny. Always.
Okay, your turn.
Okay.
See, like, we're getting, like, character development, but it's like they're having a life while Porter's out there working, so this isn't really necessarily tied to anything you feel you're doing as a player.
Yeah.
Overlooked is the efficiency of, like, Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2's ability to, like, its characters are giving you their whole spiel while running concurrent with, like, what's going on. This doles it out in, like, bits and episodes and interstitials between the game, not with the game, it feels. Like, there's sweet character moments, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it feels kind of distant.
Yeah,
compared to
yeah.
like what you've been doing and dealing with.
All right, gang, we're coming back in hot. Welcome back to Techno Poverty. Jacob is getting more water for the tea. We're getting back to Death Stranding 2. We're reading Parable of the Sower, for those of you just joining us. The book we're currently pairing with Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is Octavia E. Butler's Parable of the Sower. We talked about the first 5 or so chapters earlier today. We're going to keep on trucking on through it with our Death Stranding sessions if you care to follow along at home. But let me pull the game back up. Real interesting note L-Man made right as we were going to break. I was complaining about the story. I've been underwhelmed by Death Stranding 2's story. I've been enjoying a lot of its mechanical aspects. L-Man brought up that, let me just get back up here. There's a bit of chat going. We were talking during the break.
Yeah.
I can't help but know Sam is the working man coming home from a long day to a moment of family. If that's an intentional thing on the game's behalf, I'll be very happy with it, because it is about Sam getting more and more taken from him by his employer. I'm expecting some kind of plot twist with Lou. I always think Fragile is going to be evil. I was thinking that a lot. I was waiting for her to stab me in Death Stranding 1 and kind of surprised that didn't happen.
Yeah, she just got that vibe.
The Last Stranding.
So instead, he settled for trying to pit people against one another so they can tear the world apart.
Yeah, it's definitely the submarine crew.
It's just a means to an end. All the more reason why we need to rely upon the rope that is the chiral network to bring the whole company together. That's not all he said, of course.
And Sleepy Zane, I guess part of why it doesn't feel that way, or it feels underwhelming in a sense, is because Death Stranding 1's ending is pretty perfect in that the way the stick becomes a rope right at the end of Death Stranding 1 was just like poetry and gameplay to me.
Finishing this journey, and in doing so, finding the closure in the world. That's one of the reasons we took to the road after all. That and finishing the network to bring forth a new plague. Let's carry on, Sam. One step at a time.
Like the way your gang of people came together at the end of Death Stranding 1, despite conflicting interests and circumstances, to complete the project was very interesting to me, because it wasn't too cheeky of like, oh gee howdy, we're just like a found family on our sci-fi adventure. It was like, no, everybody had vested interest and rationale and reasons that
that felt real,
right.
Felt invested, felt earned.
This one is just like, go over here and get this person to hop on our merry yellow submarine.
Quick, we need you to bring this AOL disc over here. Guys, we got 30 free days of AOL discs we need to bring all over Australia.
Main quest is at the Motherhood. We have a side quest we can ride. Nope. Yeah, Sleepy Zane, correct. But this all brings up that I'm getting at the story thing, and this is something, I may be a bit of a crank about this, a bit of a boomer, a gaming unk. But this is why I think I value narrative gaming over like multiplayer competitive gaming. I mean, in the general, like, simplest terms, you know, one incentivizes a sort of competitive zero-sum win-loss approach to interacting with these things, whereas the other is more about, like, an internal kind of, like, ideas-focused, like, hey, what's this story? What's it making me feel? What's it doing?
Yeah. More engagement.
I think that's a much more valuable tool towards human development. I mean, having multiplayer like versus games are fun. I do love the shit out of some Street Fighter 6, but
it's true, I've seen it.
the work-life balance thing Elman was talking about, the intentional deprivation. There's something else y'all brought up in chat. Let me bring it up. Elman says, I'm trying to think of genuinely happy / joyful male characters. There's a very masculine-coded trope of male characters being near emotionless and the feminine being able to express exuberant love of life. Yes. This is also why I bring up that Spider-Man wants to actually have a normal life and why there's like dating melodrama in a superhero comic and you actually get invested in it because like superhero fiction, comics, video games, like these are all like very men heavy, men tilted spaces and hobbies. And I think a key part of that, or a crucial part of it, is because these are spaces where men feel permitted to, or they have some sort of proxy through which they can comfortably talk about their feelings without feeling gay, if that makes sense. Otherwise, they're scared, they're insecure.
Right.
Yeah. I said that a bit drier than I was expecting. I was like trying to make the thing a bit of a punchline. But yeah, like these are the spaces where men can express emotions without like there being a sort of margin for discomfort or comfort, if that makes sense.
Yeah. These are the acceptable areas in which we can
Dudes won't talk about their feelings, but they'll recite every fact from the Metal Gear Solid wiki they remembered because they feel things about Solid Snake.
Yeah. So I was playing video games when my parents were mad at each other out loud. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And that made me feel a thing that I didn't want to reapproach. Must make me feel like I was weak when I was young.
And then also approaching the things critically, because if those are the only spaces you feel permitted to do your emotional thing, those are spaces that will hook you emotionally and get you believing all kinds of crazy shit, because it feels emotionally true, even if it doesn't match the on-the-ground reality of the world.
All right.
Okay. Well, all right, let's go to the Motherhood. They're right here. It's been a very slow burn gameplay session, but it's fine.
You guys been pretty chill.
Been pretty chill. We've been getting some cutscenes. Sleepy Zane, you've been to the light to bounce ideas off of. Huge part of Technopoverty, for those of you who may be watching this later down the line on VOD on, say, our YouTube, is the chat.
Remember the call Felix used to make his escape from the weapons factory?
This is not completely random and without insincerity, but there is a huge degree of riffing it that I think being in chat contributes to, as far as curating the conversation goes.
Yeah, right. That's the big thing too, is like keeping it a conversation. Because like, and everyone, y'all come from different walks of life. Everyone has different takes on different things too, and has a different perspective on stuff. I certainly get enlightened to a lot of things every time we're chatting on stuff, but.
We have to retrieve and deliver a coffin to the mechanic, eh?
Oh, tea leaves I wasn't expecting. Oh.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Y'all are delightful and friendly.
All right, let's do this. I feel
the
like
cool thing about Technopoverty is that we are not chasing things for like the likes and the subscriptions. We are very clearly not trying to like farm shit and just to grow for sake of growth. It is much rather like hang out if you want, to, collect the right people, and the right people will hang out. And I've always preferred that approach.
Also have interest in the stuff.
Yeah, yes, dude. You'll be a slave to shit you don't care about. We've seen that.
There may be more surprises in store for us during this operation. So take all due care in plotting your route and finalizing your equipment loadout. We're counting on you, Sam.
Yeah, y'all always are. Doesn't seem like you count on really anyone else.
All right, let's see. Oh, okay, okay. It's where the baby pod was earlier.
Baby pod.
I think I'm pretty good on equipment because I over-prepared for the previous combat mission.
Yeah, yeah. That other mission, they're like, we don't know, and you're like, oh well, that was a cutscene. Huh.
Last time I didn't listen to your warning, I had to like hard reset on a boss game. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, right. They keep you guessing.
All right, let's go retrieve this stuff and deliver it.
I want one of these trucks. Go and drive around with that truck.
I'm thinking about the William S. Burroughs quote that's been in my mind all of last year since revisiting Naked Lunch with Umurangi Generation, which was the sex that gets through the censor. And I think what's so shocking about like the Venezuela grab is like we're all like, we acknowledge like, yeah, there's no innuendo anymore.
Yeah, it's gone. Completely. All pretenses.
We joked about like, oh yeah, America just does things for oil. Now we're really doing things for oil. It's beyond it being like, oh, they didn't try to lie to us. It's like, oh, there's no one actually tracking the lie. Like there's no censoring authority. Like there's no.
Yeah.
The speed at which that shit's been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pirate Nation. I am curious, because something that always drives me crazy, Sleepy Zane, is like some of the jobs I take and stuff are, you know, you can't, it's the American workplace etiquette of like, hey, you can't talk about politics, but the politics are getting so absurd.
Yeah, like you can't help it.
You can't help but talk about it. But also, enough people are getting fired where, God help them all, I hope we can keep everybody supported. Like, please, if you know, seek out mutual aid networks local to you, see what your local dim soaps are doing, see what local unions are doing, see what local food banks are up to.
Yeah, you're not alone. We are not alone.
I'm not saying it's cool people are losing their jobs, but considering how many people are losing their jobs, like, there's going to be no workplace that you have to hold that etiquette for. Like,
the room for change is growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
There's no reason to hold up that end of the deal as far as like being polite goes if there's no actual boss you need to be polite for.
Yeah, the whole reason we did all this stuff was like we do work and we get a life that we can live.
Yeah.
Like we buy a little mercy with the money, with the meager pay that we are given. Like, cool. Now you're taking away the mercy.
I'm supposed to be paying my rent so that you can steal oil and have sex with children.
Yeah. And apparently that's expensive.
That's what paying the bills is for, baby.
And I don't get health care either.
Oh yeah, oh man, I don't mean this is specifically a Trump phenomenon either. As I brought up earlier, like during the Biden administration, USAID again was doing the whole thing where it's like, yeah, we'll give you aid with strings attached, and then because of the strings they reject the aid, and then because they reject the aid they're seen as the international bad guy. I'm not defending Maduro either, like he does have critics from the left within his own country. It's kind of like if everybody in America were to say, yeah, to flatten it like that is to like flatten all Americans into loving Trump and such. Okay, I need a shotgun, guys, and I'm talking about very
some heavy stuff. Listen, while we're
almost describing a general strike. Oh yes, Sleepy Zane, huh? What would happen if everybody took out all the payday loans they get mailed and never paid them back?
Dog, what if 2028 general strike?
You know what? Apply for all those credit cards. Just let's bankrupt all the institutions.
Especially JP Morgan.
I did see something earlier. Oh, it's a hologram. Oh shit, they're doing the hologram thing. That's cool. Okay. That's what I like about Kojima games.
Be careful. Higgs may still be inside.
Where's your real one? Okay. Okay. I'm trying to go back to Venezuela, but I'm also trying to figure out this hologram thing. But I'm also getting hit by a truck, and I'm also thinking like, ooh, she's almost ready. Now my baby's crying. A lot of things going on.
A lot of things happening.
I was just gonna say, I like the enemies use weapons you can use in case you haven't used those weapons, and you get a sense of like, oh, that's how those work if I want to do it. Like, it's a good way of tutorializing the player towards equipment they may be underutilizing or not trying out.
I do. I like stuff like that as well.
Okay, I'm retrieving something here, but this hologram guy is being an asshole. I'm just gonna throw a grenade and hope. You know what?
Yeah, dog, you can play this game.
Right. Wait, how's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So am I accurate? No, they're just gonna see me again. Okay, I'll need to practice that a bit. For now, I've completely forgotten the face of my father. I do not know why I'm on this mission.
What is happening? Crap, bitch.
Nice.
I wonder if I just ran into the hologram group and started punching, if that might be more effective than trying to guesstimate with bullets.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because
yeah, just
you'll
to figure
roll
it out.
through faster.
That's actually not a bad idea, depending on like where or what the situation is at.
All right, where's the thing I gotta get?
Hey y'all, quit fucking shooting. Y'all, just give us your oil.
Tain't right. All right.
Tain't right. Need your oil. Need your president. Okay. You're president of Australia. I don't know who that fella is.
The Venezuela thing feeling so redundant as far as like, I mean, I was on Blue Sky the other day. People were posting like panels from Captain America comics from the 80s saying the same shit. When we watched Heated Rivalry last session, and we were both ultimately like, that's it. Like good show, no doubt, but nothing shocking about it, given all the ironic straight guy posting we see about like, oh wow, they really went there.
I mean, it's edgy
Like,
for stuff
Jacob,
my dad might watch.
When did the L Word come out? Yeah, decades
Like-
of just. I don't know, I guess we're just old enough to where we see the cycle.
We really are at that
like the willful cultural amnesia, where it's like dudes are oh, dudes are still insecure about that. Like I grew up with that. It's like, oh well, like other
It's like-
people don't necessarily like have the same, you know.
But we also had this same kind of reaction when everyone was like losing their mind over Sydney Sweeney being a woman who has breasts. And we're like, well, yeah, but there's like a lot of, like, there's a whole industry
Right,
about
Sleepy Zane. And see, yeah, what you're saying too.
this weird, I don't know, it's very confusing.
I don't know,
like,
so like,
what sticks, what
I don't
doesn't.
know, at one moment I realized like, after like the third trans person I met, I was like, that's more trans people than like have ever even been side characters in any like book I've read or like TV show I've watched.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I know more trans people in real life than I've ever seen depicted in fiction. And my takeaway from that is that like, well, yeah, fiction's not real. Like, TV's not real. Like, yeah, like, duh.
That is, yeah.
Like TV will also tell you like video games are for nerds. It's like, come on, dude. Like 1 million people bought the N64.
Yeah,
like,
dude, gaming is the biggest
you
industry.
know, like motherfuckers love Zelda. Like you're not alone.
More people game than watch movies.
Right.
So I don't know. There's just I don't know to arrive at that though. Like other people, like they switch the other way. They're all like, "Oh, the world's scary because it doesn't look like TV, which is real to me."
All right. The other thing is too is like the zeitgeist does, like, we all fall off the zeitgeist at some point, and like for some reason the fucking boomers refuse to get off the fucking ride.
Also, like the idea of falling off the zeitgeist is so grounded in like, I wish I was the coolest kid in high school. Like,
yes,
this is something. This
you
is
cannot
something that's
retroactively
very,
make yourself cool. Like,
this is something that's very Obama era coded, like that. Like I think we're stuck on with like the liberals in the room too, because a lot of like the liberal wonks don't want to like step down or like cede power to more leftist ideas because they still think that like they're the coolest kids on the block and they have the right taste. And
it's
the right
their
ideas.
turn.
Yeah,
I waited in
that
fucking
too,
line.
yeah.
And you're like, dog, we're not getting coffees. Get the fuck out of here. You're old.
You're maybe not in touch with like the normative American standard of need for what your position is capable of delivering. You're not responsible with what power you have available to you here.
Exactly. In fact, you're trying to grab more for just for sake of.
Classic Spider-Man villain shit.
Yeah. Ah, it's so dumb.
Alright, where am I dropping this off? Oh, the mechanic over there. Okay, back across the bridge it is.
Thanks, losers. Guys, if you could stop throwing shit at us, we'd appreciate it.
What's that there? Where are all these enemies coming from?
I'm not looking, dude.
God, you look.
Not.
We're the lookout. It's like, I'm driving.
I'm not gonna lose my...
We're gonna throw Doll Man up in the air more.
Yeah. I haven't been using him, and I do like him.
Wait, is that your brother in the back, or is that someone else now?
That's a coughing we retrieved.
Okay, gotcha. So that's just
For this mechanic mission, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is there a generator? Okay, there's some generators. I don't know if I can work this. I was expecting to have access to the hoverboard sooner. I saw footage of people on hoverboards a while back, and I was like, that'll be fun when I get to the game.
It is so interesting, the music choices that Kojima has.
Yeah. That TV is real thing I brought up, that reactionary impulse to like need everything to look like the Norman Rockwell painting. It feels like similar to what we were discussing with the differences in like sci-fi attitude. In Japan, you know, the tool's part of the body. In America, the tool's like a separate, like essentially ontologically evil thing, and the people are good.
Oh yeah. We like to be separated from. We got to be our individualism includes two
from aspect of it. Like it can't be a part of me. It's external from me.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm way off.
It's just like the real rugged individualism, like including things that are like a part of you, and quote unquote, like even your profession is still separated from you. Like I also do that, but I am not that. Versus like being a part of a whole.
Oh, am I gonna run out of power? Oh no.
Nah, you'll be good.
Yeah, you made that generator. I was like,
Sure.
oh, this isn't too bad a job here.
Yeah.
Reach up over here.
Stupid fucking trees.
Yeah, more.
Good sleepy puppy.
The mechanic. Is it Jason Statham?
Hell yeah.
Or is it Charles Bronson?
I'm glad you could make it. Did you really manage to retrieve the device? I'll need to assess its condition.
Oh yeah, there's still teeth.
Yeah.
The condition is, well, let's just say it could be a hell of a lot worse.
This guy.
Been waiting a long time.
All right, let's connect this place. Let's see what the next main mission is. If I'm not feeling it, I might try to build a road or two before we wrap up for the night.
Sweet little baby.
Oh, this is a pretty big area. I didn't realize this gave all that stuff on the other side of the water.
Yeah, damn.
Coffin, okay.
Whoa. Wait, dispose of corpses?
Coffin board will not function outside the chiral network. Must be dragged behind you, doing so will consume. You can climb inside it and take a rest or hide from enemies. Okay.
So you can be a vampire?
Yeah, right? So I'm wondering if I can ride that to the inventor dude I couldn't reach before, but I have to be on the chiral network, and like to get on the chiral network I have to reach the inventor dude, so maybe I need a jump ramp or something.
Man. Also, looking at the shape of that coffin looks exactly like the silhouette of Count Chocula. Like, I was like, I know that shape.
Multiple avenues of research. I hesitate to call it a reward, but I would like. It's a classic collectible.
Ooh, a camera. Writing on the dead? Yeah, man, like writing on the past history of people. Like, our legacy is on the shoulder of giants, on the coffins of those prior to us.
My examination of that coffin, and now I can share with you the coffin board schematic. It's essentially a coffin that's been. Who made it and for what purpose is anyone's guess. I'm also curious how such a bizarre device came into the business. Even though the weapons factory has been destroyed, we need to use all methods.
Alright, here's more tea for you.
I've been thinking about
I also don't see like a really big like thematic like dialectic conflict arising. Like yes, there's Higgs with his guns, and then I guess I'm working for a corporation, but I don't really know what their ideology is besides connect everything.
Yeah.
So it still feels, despite playing for so long, broadly like, well, there's you connect everything, and then there's bad guys trying to make guns.
Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be much outside of that. So
there's not specificity.
You've seen them yourself, no doubt. The devices that utilize chirograms. Weapons are flowing freely again too. There must be another supplier out there somewhere. Perhaps if you ventured into the survivalist's territory, you could find some clues as to the source of the problem. Though I wouldn't risk going in there unprepared.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Woodkid, damn. Man, I haven't thought about Woodkid in 8 years.
Unusual propulsion unit. It draws up tar from beneath the ground to create a layer upon which it can glide. It's not without its limitations, no. I seriously doubt it will function outside of network coverage. And it's clearly the product of a deranged mind. Regardless, it's not impossible.
The product of a deranged mind.
Test it in the field and see for yourself what you think.
Okay, I'm heading off. Let's try it out.
Thanks again for all your help, friend.
You got a Woodkid.
Oh, and by the way, the data scientist just posted a sub-order for you in the system. Sounds like she's got her hands on something intriguing. You should at least take a look at the request. But
Is Homo Ludens the Kojima book, Elman? I've been meaning to get around to it.
The coffin you recovered for us is being examined by the mechanic as we speak. APAS's own analysis has concluded that while there is no evidence that Higgs was ever inside it, the technology it utilizes is undeniably related to that of the ghost mechs. Meaning it's possible that Higgs is still fabricating all new kinds of weapons.
Those goddamn ghosts.
That the mechanic was kind enough to share with you. It's much more than just a mode of transport. If you're within network coverage, you can hide inside one and retreat into the tar currents. This provides an opportunity to catch your breath, or to attack the enemy with a stun bomb. The board you brought back had the very same functionality, so we're very lucky.
Part hoverboard, part MGS cardboard box.
Hell yeah.
Terrible indeed if we had to contend with enemies attacking from the tar beneath our feet. I must commend you on a job well done.
Like, those dudes dunk me in the pool all the time. What are you talking about, President Johnny Sins?
Yeah, right.
The time has come to finally connect East Fort Knot. That said, it will take a while longer for the necessary cargo to be ready. So let's use this time for between decontaminating the ship and searching for the weapons factory. It's fair to say everyone's been feeling this.
Bro, I've been the one doing it all. What are you talking about? Like, what?
Pressing and finished business, then return to the We have a long road ahead of us, and we need to manage our...
They're telling me this would be a good time to do all the side questing.
Would you mind if I borrowed that instant? I bet Rainey and tomorrow would love to try it out.
So you know what? I'm probably gonna, like, next session do some hoverboarding and road building. Take some sub orders. Yeah, sure, let's go for it. Okay, so we'll see.
Delivery route finalized. Commencing delivery route.
Hell yeah, delivery route. So I'm pretty well equipped.
Love that, thank you.
Do I get the coffin here or in vehicles? Probably in vehicles. I don't think it's a PCC item. I'm gonna get a PCC because I want a PCC. I used one last time. Oh, see, I thought the rope skip. Oh, okay. Oh, there is the coffin board right there, yes. How did I not see that?
Hell yeah. Shut up, brother. Dude, take a picture of that shit. Like,
wait, what's the share button? Or what's the...
Oh, I think it's the...
Is it the
middle
tablet? Is it the...
middle button or both sticks? Or one of the paws? How do we do the photos, guys? Photo mode.
Yeah, sure thing.
You're welcome anytime.
Actually, yeah, I thought it was the touchpad, but that's not.
Gotcha. Yeah, sure thing.
Weird.
There we go. I guess. Yeah, it was the touchpad. I just. Okay, well, the ship's gone and the sun's in a bad angle, so let's just. No, I got a submission to go on, dorks. Let's see how long this lasts.
Yeah, right? Like, let's take this bitch for a ride.
Coffin Flop is back. They thought they had me canceled, but I survived.
Take that, Corn Cop TV.
Yeah.
Corn Cop Network. Oh, does it mean you'll be able to hit the crystals as you drive and all that?
Maybe. Oh man, this jump has some.
Got some jump?
Okay, what am I? I'm like, what am I doing again? I'm going to the thing.
Man, whose brilliant idea is like, yo, what if the top one's a skateboard?
The Grim Reaper.
Right, and then like Hideo Kojima was just like, head explodes. Yes. Yes. Oh, does it go over water?
Yes, it should.
Sick. So you can just go on the river. Interesting flow zones.
I believe so. Yeah.
Dude. Pretty chill, pretty chill.
Whoa.
Yeah, the tar mileage on this thing is great.
Someone's out there.
Okay, I really should build some roads.
Yeah.
Man, imagine running the roads on this thing.
Yeah, dude, yes. Speed run.
Okay.
So it drains battery while you're in the ground.
Way off course, but I think we can fix it.
Yes.
Am I looking at this the right way? Yeah. No.
Oh, shoot. Ooh, is that power? That's power.
Yes.
Sick.
Alright, let's readjust my route. Yeah, I'm way off. Look at this.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
I think that external attitude, like, you know, it's the tool that it's evil, not the person or whatever in America, is just to be all like, it's to reaffirm like the idea of like anyone can be president, American egalitarianism. Like, no, we're all good and equally capable citizens of doing this thing.
Yeah.
You just got to give us our shot.
Mm-hmm. Trust us.
What do you mean internal personhood? No, we're all Americans. We all do exactly as the TV makes it look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Please don't put pastel colors on Dungeons and Dragons. It'll break my brain.
It'll destroy everything. The world can't come back from that.
You do not understand how much I need Babyland.
Yeah, listen. I'm going back to Babyland. You can't make me leave Babyland. That's the best part about it.
Oh, there's ghost around. It's there. Also about to go off grid.
She sense the presence of the dead. Be on your guard.
The presence of the dead.
I'll throw Dollman up, see what's up. Do a scout. Oh, you listen here, you little fucking tall dude.
Steady.
I mean, it's
fucking
Okay,
nothing.
Sam,
All
heads
right.
up.
I don't think there's any like human dudes to watch out for. It's just gonna be ghosts, and my thing's pointing at the ghosts, which are behind me, so I think we're fine.
Well, she is.
I hope whatever I'm retrieving's not too heavy. Because I don't mind hoofing it, the distance isn't too far, but if it's heavy,
It's gonna be
oh
pain in the
no.
ass.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that the coffin stays there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't get you damage, I don't stray too far. Oh man. I admit, I was like, because it's inside, there won't be ghosts, but that is folly on my behalf.
Probably not.
Right. Ghosts come inside.
Yep.
See? Like this.
Ghosts haunt houses, that's my understanding. Like, oh fuck. Get out of here, you stupid tar people. You gross goobers, get off of him.
No, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got no, fuck. Fuck. Wait, where are you taking me?
Whoa.
Yeah, pal, no, what?
Oh no, not another whale. Not a whale bowl.
Well, I think I'm sufficiently armed to fight it, is the thing.
For sure, I'm just the inconvenience of a whale boy.
It will get rid of all the other dudes at least, you know? Like, you clear the whale and it like exercises the area.
Oh, that's true.
Alright, I saw you over there. Where are you at?
Good boy. Oh, don't like that noise.
I do like this music. It's the squid and the whale.
The food whale. Give me your crystals.
See, look, the sky's clearing up. Hey, what's up, Captain Quasar?
What up, Captain Quasar?
We've been trudging through story stuff, and we just got a coffin hoverboard that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Captain Quasar, I started reading Parable of the Sower. It's really good. I don't know if you're familiar with the text at all, but it was written in 1993. The fiction of the book takes place in 2025, 2024. Yeah, I dig it so far. Octavia E. Butler, yes.
Heck yeah.
The world of the fiction is on the brink of just complete social collapse. There's rampant crime and violence on the streets. Neighborhoods are walled. Global warming is causing all kinds of tensions. There's wildfires in California. People don't want to call the fire department because they get charged if they do. So they use their hoses and stuff to care for themselves. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do this.
She saw a problem coming.
What am I here for? Where is this cargo? It's on the roof? Oh no, okay.
Ghostman.
How heavy is it? Oh, okay,
You
cool.
have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
If I did things the way I think I did, I should be hopping back on the hoverboard shortly. This is gonna be the last thing we do for the night, by the way. Oh, Captain Clouzot, have you seen Begonia? I watched it this Sunday. It was quite good. Also watched Edgar Wright's The Running Man last week.
Yeah, that one also looks real fun.
That one's pretty fun as well. It felt like Edgar Wright's tribute to Tony Scott. I believe so, yeah. They're both on digital now.
Well,
the original version of Begonia or The Running Man? Because The Running Man, no. Begonia, yes. Save the Green Planet is worth watching. I think Begonia is a superior movie, but Save the Green Planet is still very good. I think there's something. Actually, it's very beneficial maybe to watch Save the Green Planet before Begonia, just because like it's a Korean movie and it's made in 2001. The plots are very similar, but the thing is, you know,
it's like it treats it differently to a degree.
Yeah, because it's post QAnon in America, 2025. So the way it approaches or considers conspiracy theory and its place as far as like narrative belief in American culture goes.
All right.
I just think Begonia is also doing something with its cinematography that's a bit more interesting than Save the Green Planet, which is also doing very good stuff with its cinematography.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just boarding back to the data scientist, right? Or do I have to go back to the... Yeah, I'm just going to the data scientist.
Oh yeah, well, just take that coat. Just follow the coast.
No, the data scientist is literally right here.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I was looking at the mechanic.
Yeah, same. The mechanics were our next, like, big, it's where the next story objective is, which is why it's there on the map like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, oh man, we're about to be wrapping up here, so it's a good part to throw out. And the last thing I'll say about Begonia and Save the Green Planet is, like, I find it interesting because Save the Green Planet has a very excellent, clean, nice looking, like, if you're thinking of, like, 2000s Korean movies, Jacob, you know, like, the really well-made, like, Memories of Murder style, just, like, clean production.
My favorite. I love Korean cinema.
I Saw the Devil. Is that the one with the cop chasing the guy? But what I'm saying is, like, it's in that vein of just very sleekly made looking, good looking shit.
Yeah, the mid-2000s.
And I think with... No, I did like the reimagining of them. I think Edgar Wright's Running Man is superior to the Arnie Running Man, although they're both, like, B movies. I think Edgar Wright did some fun stuff where he kind of tried to get more of Stephen King's original novel in there while still, like, having fun with, like, the 80s movie. Like, he's not trying to be all like, oh, we did the novel.
We're doing
the
it
novel
right.
and fuck the 80s movie. Like, no, he understands, like, the Running Man as a cultural thing, has a mythology beyond just, like, the Stephen King text, and the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie does have fans, so he's not going to, like, alienate them.
Yeah.
But it's not like a pandering thing. It's like, no, yeah, he's taking some fun shit from all the different iterations of it.
Yeah.
And again, it feels like his send-up of, like, Tony Scott. Like, it reminds me of the Denzel Washington movie Virtuosity, if that helps at all. Ooh. Ooh.
Hell yeah, terrifying.
Very cruel.
Love this. Hate it for our enemies, love it for us.
I'm like the bad guy in the Running Man, yeah. Never seen that one, TBH, the original Running Man?
Same.
Oh, no, Virtuosity you're talking about. It's a 1995, I think it's the 1995. I only know of one movie named Virtuosity. It was with Denzel Washington where he's chasing Kurt Russell down, and Kurt Russell is an AI that has escaped from the machine and given himself a physical body.
Dude, tight.
It's a 90s version of the Demon Seed premise, which is a very underrated 70s movie, which is also about a robot wanting to be given a physical form after it gains artificial intelligence and decides to kill humanity, which also, isn't that the plot to fucking Tron Ares? Like, we make this movie every 10 to 15 years, you know?
And it's almost like we're trying to get it to happen.
Demon Seed, I think was, I don't remember if it was Michael Crichton or John Grisham written, but like it's a pretty fun 70s movie. It has one of my favorite lasers in
I was just
sci-fi.
about to ask if it was that one.
Yeah, it's that one.
You told me about that, and that shit blew my mind.
It's a science fiction dystopic kind of horror movie about a house trying to murder people, basically. But this is like I don't know if it's pre or concurrent to Star Wars, but basically because like science fiction cinema hadn't really defined its language like to the most clean-cut tropes at this point. It doesn't do like pew pew boom zap noises with its lasers. There's a robot that tries killing a man at one point, and it rolls into the room and it tries to kill him with a laser, but there's no like zzz, there's no sound effect. You just see the light of the laser hit the wall, and the wall catches fire.
Yeah.
And
you don't even see the laser. You just see the wall catch fire.
You just see the light go along the wall and the fire pop up. And it's not until a few moments later, when there's enough smoke in the room, that you start seeing the trail of the laser beam because it's in the smoke. Yeah, Dean Koontz. I was getting writing all fucked up on that. Thank you, Captain Quasar. But it's one of the most unnerving and terrifying depictions of how like a laser gun on a robot would actually work. Because also the robot firing this thing, I say it's a robot. It's not a bipedal like humanoid with a zap gun. It's like a Roomba with a little laser pointer on it trying to kill a guy. And so it's not hyper exaggerated with sound effects. It's just a very dry, realist take on what that scenario would be, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah. It's like a weird reality. They're just like, oh, I had never actually pictured this.
Which, now that we got killer drones, I just wanted to talk about Save the Green Planet one moment real quick before we sign off for the night. But this is what I like about Begonia. This is what I was talking about with the slick production on Save the Green Planet, and this is what I think sends Begonia over. Save the Green Planet's doing that slick production thing in a way that makes it to where the world of the conspiracy theorists, like the bad guy is the kidnapper is the character you're following.
Yeah.
But like you need to feel his emotional pain and like that his world is ruined and you're kind of like you're dramatized as to like why he's doing it.
Yeah, you have to sympathize with him,
And
whether you agree.
yeah, and the clean-cut presentational style, like the prestigious, like cinematic style of like hearing his story and seeing his story, lends like credibility to his narrative, so that you're with him through the movie. That's really cool. Post-COVID, post-QAnon, I mean, Eddington's even about this a bit. Like, given what we know these 2 decades now about how conspiracy theory is and what we've seen socially going on with conspiracy theory, Begonia's not worried about you finding these characters unbelievable. Like, they're talking about invading aliens as like their guiding ethos, and like you don't need a hard sell on that because of the climate we live in now, you know?
Yeah.
And the cinematography, so the cinematography is not trying to be like shiny and clean and present to you in realist texture a crazy story. The cinematography is more about compartmentalizing all the characters into their own worlds of belief. Like everybody's watching their own movie in their frames. It's fun like that. I think the cinematography is like enhancing this idea of like fragmentation and narrative isolation people are experiencing.
Hell yeah.
Both movies are really good. I just think Begonia edges it out a little. Maybe I'm also just, you know, biased liking Yorgos and being an English speaker.
I mean, Yorgos is great no matter what.
And it being like more contemporary to the current moment. I got a cute hat. I got a cute bunny hat.
Well, we definitely have to wear that at some point. Hey, gives you a power up. Gives you more stamina when you wear it.
Hell yeah. Thank you. I need to do more missions for her. She gives me weapons.
Oh, hell yeah. We like her.
I guess the mechanic might upgrade vehicles too. That's, yeah. Dog mines.
Oh, weird that your phone capitalized Age of Enlightenment.
Captain Quasar, there's a book I picked up. I found it at a used bookstore, and I'm trying to figure out a way to integrate it into like where we're going with a lot of the military stuff. It's called The Stammering Century. I'll probably talk to you a bit more on the Discord after this, honestly, about it, because it's a bit off topic here, and I am kind of winding down for the night. Oops, I accidentally activated the dog mine. Yeah, she's a VTuber. I forget her whole gimmick. I had a friend ask me recently if I had gotten to her yet, and I hadn't yet. And the next session I did. So, thank you, Pico. Hey, Pico. All right. So we did some plot stuff today. We unlocked a better section of the map. We got the hoverboard. I think I'm going to focus on hoverboarding around and building some roads come Thursday. We're going to talk more about Parable of the Sower. I'm on chapter 6 right now. It's like page 52 on this copy. For those doing our home game, if you're interested, highly recommend it.
Yep, I also posted the YouTube playlist of the audiobook as well as a Democracy Now! Piece about
Octavia Butler.
Yeah,
Cool,
so it seems there were some cool things there.
Yeah, Captain Quasar, I can shoot you a text. Yeah, I'll text you about the Stammering Century. I was like, did you want me to text you the Parable of the Sower audiobook, which, again, it's up on YouTube if you just search it. I'm sure you can find that if you don't have access to our Discord. If you're subbed to our Patreon, if you're subbed on our Ko-fi, if you're subbed on our here on our Twitch, I know a bunch of people were gifted subs not too long ago. You should have access to the Discord. But yeah, just bringing that up because we do watch movies on there. We might watch On the Silver Globe. We might watch Ghost in the Shell. There's something else. Oh, Sorcerer. We still need to do Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
The movies are in flux right now, folks. But I'm just going to say for now, take care. Have a good night. This has been Technopoverty. I'm Henry.
I'm Jacob.
Barney is a clean bitch now.
She is.
We will talk to you later. Lux should be by tomorrow. We're getting back to looking outside, I believe. And then Thursday, we'll be back with more Death Stranding, more Parable of the Sower. See you then.
Good night, Techno Hotties. 4 kisses.